with that done, we're actually in a fairly good position, I would say. Fairly good position. I do like having you in here. So much so, I'm just going to move you over here instead. There we are. So a little bit closer for a bunch of things. I could move some of the food in here now as a result. That would not go amiss. I would not go amiss even slightly. The only issue is, that wall would be so good to plug things on. I'm afraid you're just going to have to get the food from over here, guys. I know. It's kind of a massive pain in the bum, but it'll do. So I'm happy with that. Now, these should be synced up. There's 2 days until that one day until this one, so we still only need one microphone headset, which is great. Next up then, we've got a couple of people who are a bit tired around here, actually. Perhaps I should drop down some benches. How close are these? They can sort of reach. Sure, okay, let's pop down a couple of comfy benches. One here, and one there as well. And in here I'm going to add maybe a balloon shelf. It's a little ways from the last set of balloons, so sure, we'll do that. There we go. Nice. Right then, I think the next task is to add in a shark exhibit. And I might just pop one over here. We've hooked up this entire little area to a pump, which is great. It's not hooked up to everything, but maybe I should just focus on connecting up the areas that are actually a zone. Ultimately, I would love it if I could get the food in that zone as well. But that might take a little bit more doing. By a little bit more doing, I mean quite a lot more doing, actually. Unless this one could move across a little bit easier than all the others. That's a possibility. I may need to just move this tank though, because it is kind of it's kind of in the way, frankly. It is going to cause me some issues. We'll think about it, but for now I want a shark tank. Now let's have a look at our shark then. Where are you? There we go. We need actually not a very big tank for you, and don't have any particularly difficult requirements to get you set up. So, with that in mind, let's go ahead and expand this out. I'm going to need at least that far back, I would say. And I've just decided that there is a better use for this, and that is the podiums here and there. Maybe. We'll think about it. Either that, or I could make it a double wide one for things like balloon stands. Oh, that's kind of good. Yeah, I really do like that, actually. Alright. Maybe I'll just move these along instead. Just a little bit. Perhaps we'll have something in there. Is there anything I can pop there that people would enjoy? I mean, I could put a guidebook shelf, actually. Yeah. I like that idea. Pop in another guidebook shelf then. There you go. Right, so we've got the balloons over there. Good. I'm going to need to drive this back a little bit more as a result. And then we can get a nice big old tank over here. Don't think we're going to go for a Belfast tank. Not yet, anyway. And we'll just go for a regular... Well, we can have a corner tank just to isolate this little area. Let's try not to get too big too fast. Then that would probably be wise. You make it a nice big tank, though. That being said, this is, well, goes up to 80. Or 60 here. I think we can do with 60. Sure. And that means we've already got a little area we can expand out on this side. Perfect. Now we'll have something else on over here, but we won't plan for that one just yet. I'll just prepare the wall that we're going to have in there. So once again, around there, and then we'll have the platform here. Sorted. Now this means that this pump can have, well, actually, quite a lot of things attached to it, but at least one other thing attached to the back there. And this can now connect up to this tank. There we are. Nice and easy. Actually, that being said, I think we're going to move this one around. Something like this instead. It makes it a little bit easier for us to access everything that we need to access. That being done, though, I could have some more benches down over here. We'll wait on that one for the time being, I think. Right, so in terms of the water quality in the tank, it's quite high, but it could do with a tiny bit of improvement. So let's move these around instead. We'll get a second one over here as well, just to help out a little bit more. How are we doing? Ooh, we're not that far ahead now in terms of heat. So I think we'll add that in there. There we go. That should make this tank a lot easier to maintain. Now, what do you guys eat? I didn't actually make preparations for that, did I? No. Let's go ahead and pop this down here. Sponge pellet dispenser. Right about there. And then whatever our sharky friend would like. Fantastic. Sand eels. Excellent. In fact. So we've got... I actually forget how big this tank is. 60. Oh, got quite a lot of room then in that case. Well, we can't quite fit 4, which is a shame. But we can go for 3 at least. So let's go ahead and get 3 of them in. Oh wow, excellent work on adding an Aquatic shark. Here's your reward. Okay. I'll take care of that in a bit. For now, I think we're good. Yeah, that's going to be a bit of a problem, isn't it? Oh, wow. We need some some rocks for this tank. So let's go ahead and get you some nice old rocks. Get that in there first. We'll spice it up a little bit, adding in this little one. That's interesting. It doesn't actually rotate the way I was expecting it to. And unfortunately, we're kind of running out of room in here, so I'm going to have to add in a couple of live rocks, I guess. I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but something like that should do. And let's add in, sure, a little, well, no, we got a compass over there. So let's go with something a bit different. A treasure chest right at the back. Ah, perfect. Guarded by sharks. Makes sense to me. Right, we need to get you your correct food. The supplement dispenser, rather. There we are. There we go. Excellent. I like it already. There we are. Now then, I wouldn't mind getting a new staff member if I could. Feeding and talking. Alright, we'll get a second staff member who can talk. There we go. Let's have a look at you. You're doing the gift shop. You're doing talking. I shouldn't need to prioritize talking for you, but I will. But realistically, you're generally not going to be in any great... you're not going to be in any big rush to do talks. That said, I could fit in a new podium down here now as a result. That might not be a bad idea. I would like to have a lavatory down here, though. Let's go ahead and set that up because I'm starting to notice some of my guests are needing the loo. There you go. And sure, alright, we'll pop down an extra podium. Now, if these talks happen at 9 AM, then we should be good for another talk later on. So let's get that set up. And we'll have this one right about here. Like so. And 2 days in between. And we'll go with the shark talk. There we are. That'll just generate us some prestige, which I'll be very happy with. Now, working on the bull huss. We're still quite far behind, though, in terms of science. But that being said, we will be generating a decent amount of science points shortly. Right, this one's got a day to go. This one's got 2 days to go. Oh, wow. So, actually, yeah, I could just have that one... Well, no. Well... No, we'll pop it up to 2 days. We'll just keep that one moving around a little bit. I think it'll make for a bit of a better environment. Alright, are we noticing many things that need repair? We are. Ooh, water quality has dropped. That is not good. No, no, no. Let's get another protein skimmer in here then. There we are. That should be okay. Calm down. Oh dear. Are you alright? What are you lacking? Ah. Grown too large. Ah, drat. Well, you're only on 48. Insufficient. Needs a large tank. Oh no, did I put them the wrong way around? Ah, of course, they grew to need a larger tank when they grew up, I guess. Ah, dread, I wasn't paying enough attention to that. Okay, well that means that our plans are going to have to move forward with the final tank for this exhibit a little bit sooner than I'd expected, but that's alright. We can manage. Now I'm going to want to sink these back quite far. And maybe even push this out a little bit. Let's go for a deep observer tank. So something like this. It's not quite what I want, really. No matter how I do this, it's going to take up way too much room. So let's not place that one down. I suppose it could just be a deep wall tank. It really doesn't give me that much extra space. Okay. Well, I made the mistake of getting the fish too large, so I'm gonna have to figure out the solution. This gives us 60 there. If I pushed it out one more, it gives a little bit more, but I don't think that's good enough. That would do. But so would that, so... Alright, I guess. It's not terrible. That being said, we could go for a corner tank instead. And just allow people to meander their way up towards the top there. Yeah, okay, I think we'll go with a deep corner tank instead. I'll just close this area off for now. It's not the nicest solution by quite a large margin, of course, but still, it's not an awful solution either. Alright, let's rotate this around a little bit. Hook these up. Get all of that sorted. The tank there. Now we need a new double pump. Just down here. To connect these two up. I'm not necessarily going to add in any extra filtration just yet. But you guys should be okay over here, and then I'll decorate this whole area for you. There we are. Perfect. They're no longer feeling a bit boxed in. But that may become a problem later. Are they active swimmers at all? No, they're not. Ah, right. Okay, that's not so bad then. Alright, how are you guys doing? You're feeling much, much happier with your new environment. That is excellent. So let's pop in some interesting greenery for you to swim around in. Something like this, maybe. There's a kelp in there. Well, no, not quite in the middle, I wouldn't say. Let's go for... sure. A little rock in the middle there. I think that makes it look quite nice. And there we are. So what are we going to have in this exhibit, though? Because we've just grown a little bit faster than I was expecting to. You need a tank of a certain size, so you will probably want a big tank later. I could go with the coral grouper. You're a reasonably small fish when it comes down to it, so it wouldn't be difficult for me to manage. That said, I would love it if I could get something with a bit more prestige. I could just have you in there. Actually, yes, I like this idea. Alright, let's get a lot of the greenery gone in here, I'm afraid. Can't keep it. That said, actually we might be able to get everything we need with just this one. Ah, perfect. There we are. Right, you're going to be happy in there. Unfortunately, I'm now going to have to change this to the green moray eel. There we go. It's not so bad. That one's already on the sharks, which is great. Okay, we need finally then the other type of food. In fact, let's move all of this along. So let's grab all of these, just shunt them down to the side. I'm going to add in some additional toolboxes as well in here. I think that would probably be a good move, just to keep this place in full working order. There we go, and we need one more of the herring dispensers. There we go. Or rather, a herring dispenser. Alright, I think that'll work for now. We may move this around a little bit. We'll see how that goes, but I do need to repaint the flooring in here since I've grown this area so much. There we are. And done and done. Perfect. That should work out quite well for us. Getting a decent amount of prestige flowing into the coffers. I'm certainly not unhappy about that. Now, I imagine that since I haven't seen them, we're going to have to build up to this with some time. But let's have a look at that mail then. We had... Let's delete all growth reports. Womp. Ah, so much easier now. Alright, Horseye Jack, what do you need? Do I have Horseye Jack over here? I don't. Problem is, if I click on it, am I gonna have to then be ready to place a tank for it? Because if so, that's gonna be a bit of an issue for me. Additionally, I think what I'm going to do here instead is move these around a little bit so that I've got a way for my staff to enter this room. You can go over there and we'll quickly seal that off. Perfect. Right, okay. So if we can get something around on this side, another tank, then we can pop down our rewards, which I think are going to be a big help. Yeah, I kind of want another 3 at least walkway. There we go. Additionally, I would also like to beautify this little area. That said, though, I don't want to completely... I don't want to add this into the staff area like those. I really, really like the idea of having these just tucked away. For some reason, that is tickled me. I want to keep it. Right, this needs to move. There we go. Let's pause it so that I don't make people unhappy with anything. That being said, I don't think they will get unhappy from seeing cleaning supplies. It's more the pumps and stuff behind the tank that they dislike. Let's move these down. In fact, with that, we can go ahead and hook these up so people can move through. Actually, I like that. Sure. Let's get all of that done. And there we are. Perfect. Now then, I just need to move all of this around. Ugh. You know what? Let's do that now, rather, you know, sooner rather than later, I guess. Since we're going to need to do it, no matter what I want. Something like that instead. There we go. Now we can just delete this wall, and we've got a nice little ring. A little bit sooner than I was expecting, but you know, it makes a pleasant change from the usual pace, where it's like the last episode where I finally get the full circuit set up. Right, we've got a tank over there without sufficient water quality. Why? Why? What is wrong with you? Okay, we need to sort this out. Easiest way to do that is this. And then add in... yeah, sure. Put that in like that. Like so. There we go. Lovely. Perfect. Right, we need a large tank for the Horseye Jack. I'm going to just assume it's going to be a large tank. Could even go for a Belfast tank if I particularly wanted to. Yeah, that would actually kind of be nice. Plenty of room around it as well. We could do something like this. Yeah. Yeah, we could. We'll pop that down. It was a very expensive tank to make, but that's okay. Slide that over. And then let's get this connected up. 1 and 2. Can I get this connected at all? Why must you break? There we are. Gonna have to sort that out, unfortunately. I'm spending a lot of money here just moving things around right now. Right, what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to set this up and see if I can make these connect properly. Nope. Alright, gonna have to delete it then. That's a bit of a shame, but as long as we can get this sorted. There we go. There we go. This will give people ample opportunity to check out the Belfast tank. And on this side, I'm going to simply cordon off this area. I can have a pump back here, in fact. And all of the food that I'm going to need for everything in the Belfast tank. So that works out quite well for me, actually. Quite pleased with that. Let's get a staff door in. Now, I'm going to let time pass for now while I set up the pump in here. Everything in there is hooked together. This is going to be a special case. Just going to be its own pump. Just isolated from the rest of it. Oh, pop one. I guess there will do. I may need a little bit more oomph, but we'll see. It's a little bit of an awkward position, actually. If I had a tiny bit more room, I could fit a lot more stuff in there, but this will do for now. Let's move that down here as well as this. And I'm going to just swap this door around a bit. There we go. Right. Now we're going to want some... There we go. The bull huss. It will eat crustaceans of size 4. Takes 6 days to grow larger, and then it'll probably eat crustaceans of a much, much bigger size. Unfortunately. But I guess that decides what we're going to be putting in there. Ah, the horse-eyed jack. There we go. It's a hot water fish. That's a shame. The common cuttlefish. This is actually armored. Has an effective size of 12 on calculating whether a predator can eat it. I mean, we need things that I can't get right now. So, sure, let's go with the common cuttlefish then. We have got a decent amount of cold water fish, I think. But let's allow a little bit of money to build up before I start placing things down. Just to save myself a lot of trouble. There we go, and we'll move this one around as well. There we are, and then, yeah, we're going to need multiple pumps. This one, that's going to be an absolute necessity. Bit of a shame, but we'll expand this area out. Then fill out the wall. And that gives us enough room then to pretty much build whatever we want on this side. We can add in an extra large pump. That's going to allow us to get all of the filtration that we need. There we go. For now, I'll just pop down a large filter though. Yep. Excellent. Right, okay, so what are we going to pop in there? In terms of our new shark, you don't eat any fish, so pretty much any cold water fish is going to be safe with you. You would eat this, though, I suspect. So I'm not as keen on that one. I could put a starfish in there. Cuckoo wrasse. We'll eat crustaceans size 2. The Atlantic pollock. But I think we're going to go with the cuckoo wrasse just because it's got so much science points there. I think that one makes a lot more sense. Alright, let's get you set up then. You're going to grow up to a size of 35. How big is this tank? 140. That should be okay then. So we'll have 2 sharks in here, I think, for a decent amount. And when they grow, they're going to be bringing in a lot of prestige. I can only imagine. So let's get 1, 2. Ooh, okay. Excellent work on adding the bull huss. Here is your reward. Marvelous. That in a second. There we go. Perfect. You know what? I wonder if these common lobster. Am I doing it into a tank that is potentially going to kill it? Let me just have a quick look at you. Right, you've got an armor of 10 right now. This can eat crustaceans of size 4 or less. You're already bigger than that. Just whether this, when it gets to its full size, you're going to have to be very careful. Super duper careful. And prepare a second tank. Let's get you in there as well then. There you go. Have a quick look at you. How much filtration, if any, do you do? Dislikes can't specific. Cannot be housed with common lobster. Oh. Should have read that one first. Can I pop this back? I wonder. This is the test. Can I park it back in here? No. Oh, no, that's even worse. I picked up 2. How did I pick up 2? I don't have the money for this. Not even slightly. Okay, well, we've got 2 now, so we're going to have to live with it. Now, what I can do is build another Belfast tank and have more cold-blooded creatures in it. But, this has caused a bit of a problem now, hasn't it? I need more heat. 2 of them went down at the same time. That's unfortunate. Let me sort that out then. There we go. Heat is resolved. But in terms of filtration, no. Let's get this in there. There we go. That should sort you guys out. Is everything alright over there? Yes. Alright. That's the problem when you pick these fish up. Yeah. I dislike that about the game. The fact that it's kind of an all or nothing thing straight from the onset. Alright. We'll work with what we've got. We'll build that out. And then add in a new Belfast tank. Now these are really remarkably expensive things. Still. There we are. And now we should be able to hook this up. Though I'm going to need an extra chiller as a result, I'm certain. Let's have a look. Yeah, more chilling needed. A decent amount more chilling. And obviously I'm going to have to get our friend in there move to another tank where it can be a bit warmer. There we go. The main thing now is to move you across. So let's get you shifted into this tank. There you go. We'll be happy in there. Got to get some... Oh, where am I going to put this one now? How big are you? You're only size 9, actually. Ooh. Elite crustaceans of size 3. How big do you get? You'll be size 20 soon. You'll be... This tank can house 48. How big do you get? You're going to get to size 19. We may just be safe. Fish of size 3 or less, you're already size 9. You'll eat crustaceans, but that's all. And you'll, in fact, eat the same sort. Oh, thank goodness. That was luck and not judgment. We need a new large warm water tank for you. But that will do for now. For just a few moments, we'll be okay. However, over here, why has it gotten... Why do we need even more cooling all of a sudden? I was certain that we'd fixed the problem before. Thinking on the amount they actually supplied. That doesn't surprise me that we need more, because we just didn't have enough before. Right, what do we want? Crab dispensers. Alright. And so we need an extra chiller. Have we got enough money for it? We do. Oh my lord. How did we manage that? I have no idea, but I'm very bloody thankful. Very thankful indeed. Right, we need some caves, and that's the last that we're going to need in here. Let's go for the rock... Well, the pitted column. There's one there. And then the rocky overhang in the other one, I think. Now this... All this will do is just make them not unhappy with their environments. But that's all we need for the moment. Let's just get a little bit more money in. And we should be okay. But wow, that was kind of a pain in the bum to have to suddenly spend all that money. But that's why I made a point of making sure I had a surplus of cash before we did that. Because things like this was going to happen. That said, we're going to need to hire a new staffer with feeding. And I do pretty much... Well, you can only do one thing, so I'm going to assume you're alright with that. Okay, lots of things starting to break down, so I'm going to need someone with fixing skill. Get to it, please. A lot of things breaking down. That's actually kind of awful. Right. Well, for the time being, we're somewhat safe. I'm going to pop down some extra seating down here, though. And in fact, I think we're going to have our little area set up with some machines. Let's get coffee machine over here. a bin in the middle, and a chocolate and a cola machine besides. There we go. And on the far side, we'll pop a gift, a guidebook stand as well. There we go. Praise capitalism! Right, with that done, let's look at a couple of the other fish that we can get in here. Got decent water quality. It's great. And chiller is okay for now. We haven't got many animals in there yet, though, so you do need to bear that in mind. How big are you? You're 5 to 9, and you're treated as 10 normally. Now, you are not a common lobster. Can't be housed with common lobsters, okay? You're also a bully. You're not a wimp, though, so I could have you in there. Do any of these eat starfish? I've got some more windows open. Let's have a quick look. Will you eat a starfish? No, just crustaceans. So I could pop a starfish or two in these things then. Yeah, sure. I quite like that idea. Let's drop one in each. Maybe even 2 in each. Actually, that should help out quite a lot. There we go. Let's let a little bit of time pass and we'll get some more cash.